Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Didn't have my microphone plugged in, so I'm re-recording this here. Match number 4. This is against a Tron. We've edited the deck a little bit. I've added some Foundry Street Denizens. Show you the list really quickly here. We've added some Foundry Street Denizens, cut a Commune with Lava, and cut the Pyretic Rituals, and added one more Haze of Rage. So that's where we're at against another Tron match, and it looks like it's going to be a blue Tron, so this should be easier than... Well, I'm not sure. I'm actually thinking we'd prefer the green-red Tron versus blue Tron because they do play some counter magic. But this will allow us to throw out a Young Pyromancer. I led with the Foundry Street Denizen rather than the Crusader because I think that our play here is going to be the Young Pyromancer. And he might, so he didn't counter it, so that's good. And this allows us to put out, or get +1/+1 for our Foundry Street Denizen. I don't quite think, he's just going to repeal it. That's fine. Does sort of mess up our play, but if we draw into a land next turn, we should be in great shape. We get into turn Mutagenic Growth. I don't think we need to do that. We can actually Mutagenic Growth to put out a counter on our Young Pyromancer. So it's just actually going to repeal the Young Pyromancer. So here do we want to... No, I think we just let this go as well. So I definitely want to draw a mountain here. No mountain. It's just me Young Pyromancer again. And pass. But the repeals slowed us down quite a bit. And I think he's just going to try to find some decent counter magic. But we can unload our entire hand quite easily if we draw into one more land. But he does assemble, I believe he assembles Tron here. So he'll have 4 mana, but it won't be a blue source. So we should be able to go crazy this turn. And so we'd need to find... So Oblivion Stone, so we basically have to win this turn. So we're not going to Mutagenic Growth. It's a free spell. We can use it whenever. Battle Him can also... Yeah, we need to draw a land here. Commune with Lava is terrible to draw. The more and more I start playing with this card, the less I actually like it in a deck like this. I think that if you want to go Commune with Lava, it's got to be all out with Commune with Lava and basically play Empty the Warrens strategy. So the best thing I can do here is... I guess just mute it. No, this game, I think, is over. I don't think we can generate enough mana and enough... Because we can't draw a card. Mutagenic Growth will just put out a 1/1. And he can crack this Oblivion Stone at any time. If we go basically into... I mean, I could just go Bushwhacker. Mutagenic Growth into a Bushwhacker. But then he'll just leave up Oblivion Stone mana and whatever else he has in his hand. So I think we still just do Young Pyromancer. We had to hit a land. If we hit a land, that means that we could play the Crusader, and then Mutagenic Growth Crusader, get 2 mana off of the generation of the Crusader. And I think we might just Bushwhacker. I think that's my best line of play here. And get in there for 9 damage. Take him down to 11. But now we're facing down. He could actually just go Ugin or Karn. Either one of those would be very problematic. So I think the direction of this deck was just going to be eventually just cut all of the anthems except for Battle Hymn, because Battle Hymn is the one that is... it generates us the most available mana. And then Commune with Lava, I don't know if it has a place in this one. I mean, that was the whole idea behind the deck. But the longer this game goes on, the worse it is for us. We can hold back this Goblin Bushwhacker for like a 1-turn kill. But Blue Tron has a lot more ways to stabilize than Green Red Tron. We find our mountain. Would have been nice a turn ago. So this one I think I just tack in for 4. And we could go for a huge commune with lava. So he lets it go through. That's good news for us because that's 4 less damage we have to deal. And he might just crack the Oblivion Stone now. End of turn. And does he have the buyback? I think we just wait. So there's the Academy Runes. He now has the quote-unquote lock with the Oblivion Stone. We're not going to do anything here. I think just cast an Akroan Crusader. Because he can bring back the Academy Runes and then play it next turn. Got the lock down. I don't think there's anything we can do. And we'll play a Foundry Street Denizen. And another one. And then just pass the turn. So we'll bring in the Blood Moon. We'll bring in Shattering Sprees. Possibly. I mean, it can kill an early Oblivion Stone. Yeah, I believe he just casts it here. And he's got, especially with the other tower, he has a massive lockdown. And again, I don't think there's anything. We just have to wait for him to be greedy. There's another Battle Hymn. I mean, possibly we could generate a bunch of mana with a Commune and try to do it on our turn. But I mean, he can even sacrifice it this turn and play it again next turn. So I'm not going to concede this, but I don't think there's any way out of it. And then just brings it. Yeah, it's over. All right, we'll go on to the sideboard. I think he's just going to play the smart route there and just keep doing that until he ramps up more mana. So we'll bring in the Blood Moons. I think Kiln Fiends are actually great here. And that's all we'll bring in and take out. The Communes are actually quite weak. I'm just going to go down to a 1 of Commune. And we're actually going to cut some rituals as well. And then submit this. So I just think it's more consistent to drop a 1-drop. I think even putting in like Monastery Swift Spears, if we drop like down in the rituals, we can put in Swift Spears and then go down to 2 Communes, drop all the Desperate Rituals, just keep the 4 Battle Hymns in the deck. And, okay, this is a great hand. I'm really liking this hand. It's very weak to Repel, but I think that we are pretty quick here with the Crusader. Like a crowd's favor right now. For a 1/1. And that's just as much damage, I guess, so. So here's where like a Haze of Rage would be great. It could possibly lead to a turn 2 kill. He has Expedition Map, so we need to go quick here. We'll Manamorphose. I'd hate to see that mountain. I hate to use these Manamorphose without a Young Pyromancer out or whatnot, but there's a Battle Hymn that's pointless. And we draw two mountains. So unfortunately, I think we just Mutagenic Growth on the Crusader, and it's going to be very hard for us to win this with drawing those mountains. You can see where like a Haze of Rage right here would have just won the game, though, because we would have had, our storm count would have been 3-4, and then we got all +4/+4, and that would have been lethal. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, it would have been down to a 2, but we could actually have battle hymned with that as well. So I might just go up in the count in Haze of Rage. Simi's Spirit Guide also seems pretty good. Down to 14, but this is where it gets scary. He can actually expedition map for like an island if he doesn't have it. There's the island. Now I can just start repealing things. Waiting for me to decide how to do this. There's Young Pyromancer, way late. We'll go ahead attacking with the Crusaders. Get him down to an 11. And this is where Commune is really, really powerful. And he'll remand it. Doesn't allow him to crack his expedition map, though. But he'll have Tron next turn. And hopefully we can squeak out of this. There's a Talisman. And a Chalice of the Void for 1. But Chalice of the Void is kind of weird because it'll just kill the Crusader. Hit another mountain. Hate to see that. Well, Young Pyromancer here. And attack in. He'll probably blow the Chalice. Oh, no. That's the counter one. I was thinking that one thing Engineer Explosives. So, yeah, Chalice on 1's actually quite weak because it hits nothing. It hits, I guess it hits the Bushwhacker. So he needs to find something this turn. It needs to be... Yeah, it hits Mutagenic Growth, hits Crowd's Favor. But he can actually sack the Expedition map to go find the mine. We might just be a little bit too slow again. But that's been the story tonight. Either not enough lands or too many lands. Can't get that perfect 2-3 lands to stick. Can't cast the Foundry Denizen. The thing is that it counters it, right? Yeah, so we can still build up a storm count though. He's down to 3, so he really has to find like an Oblivion Stone, which he should be able to do. He's going to anticipate to try to find it. Platinum Angel wins the game here. There's plenty of things that win. We can't even draw into a Shattering Spree to take care of the Chalice because it will counter it. Blood Moon at this point is just going to be too late if we draw into it. A Wormcoil Engine will win the game. But any other spell here would have won us the game. Or any other card besides a mountain. Any one of these mountains would have once again won us the game. Not quite sure if I just battle him here. Put out another token. Now watch me draw a Commune. Next turn I'll be so frustrated if that's the case. Hope he just remands it. No, there's no way he'd remand that. Just going to let that happen. And we're just going to swing in and hopefully it will be enough damage. Because if he's planning on repealing Young Pyromancer and blocking, this is still going to be 3 damage. We can still target the Akroan Crusader and still gets a card out. So like a Crowd's Favor and Mutagenic Growth is not a dead card. The Foundry Denizen is a dead card. A mountain is a dead card. And here's to hoping. So Cyclonic Rift, that really hurts. Because now we can't cast a Crusader either. And we get the Young Pyromancer back, which is okay, but with 2 useless spells. I guess I should have played that mountain. It's just going to get more rough as time goes on. Repels the Young Pyromancer. Also draws him a card. And we find yet another mountain. See if this finally gets the buyback counterspell. Counter unless I pay 5. Okay, so he gets countered and he gets to scry. And bottoms both of his cards. And still doesn't have any sort of lockout, but pretty much I think we need like a huge Commune with Lava. There's a Haze of Rage, which is pointless now. We'll just have to keep passing the turn, and our opponent just needs to find one finisher and we're done for. Especially if he's got the buyback counterspell. I don't think there's anything we can do. Plus we're going to draw all of our lands. We're halfway through our lands in our deck. Opponent seems to be having the same frustration. I don't know if we Manamorphose yet. I don't know if it matters. Blood Moon even at this point doesn't really do a lot. Just takes down all of his Tron lands. Mutagenic Growth, again, could have cast on a Crusader. So it's just Young Pyromancer is the only thing that can actually win us this game. Which I don't think... We have 3 more in our deck. And there's the Chalice on too. Let's see if we had a Manamorphose, see if we could find anything. Finds us a mountain, and that is going to be game. We are locked out. So very frustrated with how this deck is performing. This series makes a few more changes. I think I'm going to do those changes. We'll play one more. Hopefully we can get a win. Very close games. So many incredibly close games. We get them down to 3 or 2 or 1. Or just one other card in the deck would have won the game. So I'll make some revisions. We'll play one more. This is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Playing on a Budget. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Gathering Magic and check out our Playing on a Budget playlist, which contains every episode. Thanks again and hope to see you soon.